But at the same time, for the livelihood, if you will, of the community and the well-being of the residents, it's in everybody's best interest to have occupancy as high as it possibly can be. So, I mean, in our minds, one of the important things to always keep in mind is that, if you have, let's say, quote unquote, excess inventory.
That's a good way to put it.
Excess inventory, you need to get a little more aggressive with your, let's call it sales promotion, if you will, which is not it's not a lingering, there's no lingering effect of sales promotion. That has a beginning and an end.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and Dave, you've mentioned that to me before. It's like there's a difference between running an ad or even an ad campaign versus your overall branding. And branding is something that is long-term, and I recognize that.
Your brand represents the luxury and the the wonderful environment that you can provide residents that come from the Park Cities, who want to stay in the Park Cities, who are looking to live a certain kind of life and to be treated a certain way, and to live amongst people that are similar to them. That's your brand.
Right.
That's your brand.
Right.
Just like Ritz-Carlton brand is pampering and beautiful rooms and linens and great locations. That's their brand. But it doesn't mean they won't do a sales promotion that's a weekend getaway.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And once you're at the Four Seasons, you're still receiving all those great services and amenities and experiencing that hospitality. You're just doing it at a lower price.
Right.
And so that's the approach that we're trying to take here. It's just it's different for us because we've not done that in the past, and for that we've been very, very fortunate. And times have changed a little bit. And you know what? Honestly, guys, I'm not sure the times will change back. It may be that the old ways of doing things, at least from Edgemere's standpoint, that ship may have sailed. I mean, we may be doing things differently, not just to get back to the occupancy level that we're comfortable with, but we may be doing that for the foreseeable future. It just may be the new way of conducting business, which is why we're talking about doing more of an advertising plan for 2010, just kind of a dedicated ad campaign or marketing campaign that specifically targets a certain goal. And that's not to say that we didn't in the past. I mean, the goal was always much more broad. The goal was always to maintain a certain level of occupancy. Now what we're looking at is re-achieving that level of occupancy by moving a certain number of apartments and then maintaining it over time.
Right.
And so a campaign to get us back on that solid footing is what we're looking at doing, as opposed to, direct mail piece here, an ad there. We're talking about doing something that is tailored specifically to a specific goal. And I don't know if that's something that we've done in the past either.
Right, a much more strategic and targeted approach to achieving an objective, as opposed to just running an ad for an event
or waving the Edgemere flag.
Right.
I mean, in the past, it was a lot easier to just remind people, "Hey, we're Edgemere and we're here."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, boy, I long for those days. When it was really like that. I mean, I don't mean to say that it was so simple as, back in the day that you build it, they will come. It was still a very, very difficult marketing campaign early on during Blue Sky, and Edgemere was a 36-month fill. It didn't happen overnight, but then again, we had 9/11 that was mixed right in there just 2 months prior to Edgemere opening the doors. But there did get to be a period of time when we became more established in the marketplace and were known and well regarded and trusted, that it really was maybe a little bit more of a passive approach, which is fine whenever that works. It was fine because it did work, but it requires some different thinking in times like these.
Well, buddy, thank you for your time. It's been insightful and informative, and we appreciate your thoughts and comments.
Yes,
and
thank you very much.
All right. Well, it's good getting caught up with you guys. Thanks.
All right, we'll see you. Take care.
All right, bye.
Bye.